Yo, yo. Oh, let me move this up. Let me move this up so y'all can hear me, man. So y'all can hear your nigga, man. What it is, though. Hi, I'm Jafir, but I like to call myself Sote, so you can too. Sote underscore KL on everything. Not like you don't know, but just a reminder. Had to remind you with all all the new updates you see here. So on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Sote underscore KL if you want to find me anywhere. But I'm here right now. So, and it's been a minute. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. As you know, first things first, let me check the scenery, see what we got going on, see how we looking. Let's see how we looking. Yeah, let's hear how we looking. Let's turn this all the way up. How we looking? Okay, good. Anyway, yeah, it's lit though. Got a lot to talk about, you know what I'm saying? While we here, turn this pad off, we here. All right, got a lot to talk about, you know what I mean? A lot of things to discuss. Um, just really my opinion. It's just my opinion. And I'm gonna try to I wanna do something new to where I'm not using as much profanity as I normally would use, man. I'm trying to watch my verbiage, watch my wordage, you know what I'm saying? Oh, also, if you guys ever felt like, you resonate with me in any way, or you feel like, some stuff I say be on your mind, but you just don't speak on it, then join the club. You know what I'm saying? The best way to join the club is to get you one of these caps. It's called Speaking Code. Join the club, the Flower Club. You know what I mean? This code just means flower traffic. You know what I'm saying? That's the brand. Come through, join the club, the Flower Club, baby. It's the winning team. Make sure you go get you one of these. Link in my bio as well. Actually, I'm capping. The link is not in my bio, but it will be in my bio, actually. So yeah, there's a website you can go order that from. You know what I mean? Just type in all your info, pay for the hat, it gets shipped to you in lickety split. And then you'll be part of the club. Easy. I got a few things that I like to cut on maybe in the background. I was watching this Let's Rap About It podcast. I really like it.
Lineup, prize picks. It's good to be right.
What's the bare minimum?
Let's turn that down though. I don't want to hear it that loud.
I should have put the shut upness right here.
Yeah. That's
But-
you could take
We can mute that. You know what I mean? That's just something to watch. That's something I'll be watching. You know what I'm saying? I like the Let's Rap About It podcast. Shout out to them. They need no introduction because them boys already famous or whatever. So I'm not gonna sit here and introduce these guys because I know who they are. But and as I'm going, I'm tweaking the volume and tweaking everything. So if you hear, changes in volume, that's what you're hearing. How y'all like my, the color scheme I got going on right here? I got the pink, the pink theme, but then it's pink and purple all around me. I think that's kind of cool, And I wouldn't be me without sparkling water, so. Gotta give me some of that. Excuse me, correction. I wouldn't be me if I didn't have a bottle of sparkling water right beside me at all times. I wouldn't be me without the Lord. But that's neither here nor there. What we doing today is we going over certain topics. Matter of fact, that just gave me an idea. These boys talk a lot, but when they're not talking, they discuss the topics. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to the topics that they discuss, and then from there I'm gonna give my opinion on it.
Do you think commitment is scary? What are
Whoa,
we committing to?
Hold on. The timing of that was just crazy. Because as soon as I said that, the topic came up. So, that was perfectly timed. Let's do it again.
The whole thing. The understanding is what we are committing to. So this is. Do you think commitment is scary? What are we committing to? So this is different levels of commitment.
So what's a scary commitment?
I don't think commitment is scary because if you agree to something, you should be able to live up to it.
Right.
Okay.
Right? So if I don't agree to commitment, I shouldn't have to live up to it,
Right.
right?
Right.
I didn't agree to it.
But is
We
it
didn't.
Y'all
we
didn't have
come-
that.
we
Y'all didn't
come
have
to an
that
agreement.
conversation for you to agree to it.
We didn't come to an agreement.
Right.
But is it scary for you to agree to a committed relationship?
I wouldn't say it's scary. I feel like if I met somebody that made me want to do that,
All right, so that's my lady. Let's see. All right, so in my opinion, is commitment scary? I mean, yes, it really is. Couple reasons why I say yes though, because the weight of commitment is heavy. You know what I mean? Like you actually once you commit to something, it's like a contract. So you have to carry out the terms of that contract. And it's not to say you can't like make mistakes or stumble, but the contract still has to be fulfilled, and you have to understand that when you stumble, you have to hold yourself accountable for that stumble, as well as other people will hold you accountable too. So, I mean, just be careful when making commitments. As far as I mean, this is a Valentine's Day themed episode, so I'm assuming they talking about in relationships. So that's where I'm gonna go, and then I'll go to like practical commitments, like make a commitment to getting up every day at 8 a.m. I mean, when it's nothing standing there to hold you accountable, you give yourself a little bit more leeway, but I'll get to that. But when you make a commitment to somebody and somebody makes a commitment to you, then that's obligation that you have to another person. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to marriage, right? Like you have obligation to God as well, and God is always in it at the center. So it's a lot of responsibility. It's scary, but I'm sure everybody will, once they get into the swing of it, include myself, make less mistakes. And it's not about infidelity, but that too is a mistake as well. It's about, maybe lack of consideration, lack of respect, lack of honor. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of ways that you can kind of fall short in the commitment, but, just keep at it and, try your hardest and try your best to uphold your end of the commitment, you know what I'm saying? Or the contract. But as far as a practical commitment, like I'm going to get up every day at 8 a.m. Like you give yourself a lot of leniency or leeway when nobody's looking. So if you don't want to get up at 8 a.m. one day, even though you made that commitment, then now you got to kind of look at it from a moral standpoint. Like who are you? Or a character standpoint. Like are you going to keep allowing yourself to get away with things that only you can, aside from God? But God is all merciful and grace, and full of grace and gives grace. So like, are you going to hold yourself to a certain standard, or are you going to let yourself fall beneath that? So, I mean, I don't think that type of commitment is scary, but it is heavy because you kind of have to develop some type of discipline.
then I'm with it. It's like, but what are we committing to? Are we committing? Am I just straight up not getting no extra pussy or nothing?
Yo, this dude is crazy.
No,
That's scary.
This dude is crazy. Yo, Mano is funny, bro. Like, this one of my favorite podcasts. You know what I mean? And, excuse me, knowing all these dudes' backgrounds, you know what I'm saying? It makes it like, well, aside from Fab, because I feel like Fab kind of square. But it makes it that more interesting and entertainment that dudes from a certain type of background really just decided to sit down and do something productive. You know what I mean? For themselves. In such a way that it'll pull them away from the things that had them in dangerous situations or in bad situations. Excuse me. That sparkling water is no joke. It's amazing. But it's just as carbonated as soda, so you're going to expel some type of gas. But Yeah, man, it's my favorite podcast. Mano is hilarious, man. He be having a lot of pause moments though. Dude is crazy.
I don't like these niggas right here, bro.
I need to know, like, and here's the thing, you gotta really have an understanding with your significant other about what the parameters and the rules are. What are we really talking about? What am I committing to? I'm just saying, I'm used to living a certain kind of way. Now, if I get into this deal
Dog's
with you,
barking. The guy's coming for the plumbing. He's redoing the shower. So yeah, dog's barking. Text the old ball and chain. Yeah, I might hear a lot. Bathrooms right there, so you know, if you just try to ignore it or listen to the sound of my voice.
am I not able to do the things that I used to do, or can I do them sometimes? What is the deal?
It depends on what your deal is. It depends on what you negotiate.
Right. You know when I'm negotiating.
You know what I'm negotiating.
Yo,
I need
man,
action,
a lot of
man.
line,
Like, I
man.
mean, listen, we going out with a bang or what? Like, look, listen, thinking about like, so what? I wouldn't say, so to answer the question, honestly speaking, I wouldn't say it's scary. I think any man can do anything he puts his mind to. I personally feel like if I wanted to do a committed relationship, I can do it.
So it's not scary for you.
No, I wouldn't say it's scary. No.
What about you, Spiz?
It's not scary to me. I could commit, but they gotta read.
First
the
of all,
shirt.
the heart-shaped sucker is crazy. Like, I mean, like,
It's rich.
I don't know, man.
It's Richie.
I mean, that's a pause in itself, for real. But I mean, they letting them live, but that's a pause in itself, especially since, like, you heard when he first about to answer, he was like, which means he popped it out. Yeah, that's crazy. That's diabolical.
Look, but you know what though? Understanding what you're committed to, I think, is a underrated idea. Let's sit down and work out all of these fine points. What are you expecting? Because expectation. If I'm just saying, or you just saying, you my nigga, you my girl, we gonna be together, you ain't gonna fuck with nobody else, right? And I'm like, yeah, then I'm expected to live up into that. But there's other things that's in the footnotes. There's other things.
The fine print.
Fine print. We need to iron that out. Because that is what's scary. Not knowing what you really committed to. Because you got somebody that's expecting you to live up to a standard that maybe you're not able to do.
Not knowing where you stand at in a commitment is scary.
What do you mean?
If you committed with somebody but you don't really know, you know what I mean? It don't feel like a commit. You committed to them, but you don't know if they committed to you. That's a scary.
Yeah, I mean that comes with dealing with anybody. Like you're not gonna know everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's not. I wouldn't say that's really I wouldn't say that's scary. That's life though. Like you don't know what tomorrow gonna bring. So if you just living scared that way, then you probably shouldn't even be. You probably should heal first. You know what I mean? Get over that fear. Know yourself. You know what I'm saying? Know what you would do and how you would operate. I think fear comes from you knowing what you would do and kind of like putting that on like, you know, somebody else. For example, when I'm in certain, like, you know, I grew up a certain way. Like I'm from the east side of Buffalo. So like when I was young, I was doing a lot of reckless things, right? So when I was in it, I wasn't really worried about if other people would move the same way because I was in it and I was moving a certain way, so I expected it, right? But when I decided to change, you know, it's kind of a different feeling. Like you always kind of extra alert when you in certain areas and things like that because you know what you did. You know what I'm saying? It's like anybody could do the same, especially if the area is the same. If the area don't change, it's just you. So that's kind of like a reaction of like you knowing what you would do. But however, even with that, like the area or whatever, I grew up in, you know, I still feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying, just because, you know, I love where I come from. You know what I'm saying? And you can place that on a relationship too. If you love the person you with, then, you know, it should be easier to relax around that person. You know? That's how I feel about it.
Commitment to me.
How you get around that though? How do you get?
Wow, and then he asked the question. As soon as I just said it, my opinion, just my opinion of how you get around it. And he just asked the question right after I answered it. And mind you, this is my first time really going through this. Like I started it, I would start watching it, and then I would like cut it off. So it's my first time getting to this point of the video.
You gotta tell him to read the shirt. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
3 words.
Nah,
Read the
it's just
shirt.
really
No,
the
but not knowing,
His
but not,
prerequisite is read the shirt.
Read the shirt.
not knowing where you stand with somebody, and you feel like you committed, so you feel like you overcommitted with them. I ain't never been in those. That's a place I've never been. I don't feel like I was ever overly committed to something or a person.
And it wasn't mutual.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I've been in that person.
I ain't been there neither.
Maybe it's always the other way around. Like maybe you were less committed than they were.
You know,
All
I've been
right,
committed.
man, let's go to the next topic, man. These boys just like circling around the topic, man.
From
Not
a
from a parent.
girl.
They moms.
Fort, little
Take
nigga.
that.
Built you a little fort, homie. Happy Valentine's.
Giving my son,
Your
know what
father
I'm
can't
giving?
give
Might give
mom,
it to
yeah,
him.
his
Or
Get him a gift.
SP. SP.
Girl, no
Tell you what hands,
you gotta get
man.
all-
or something.
See, that's some
Yeah.
player shit.
That's
Teach
play.
I would
You have to be
fuck
there to
her
catch
down
him.
to the going out with.
I'm trying to make it make sense, but I think,
That's a tricky date,
how did
bro.
you do it, Spiz?
It definitely got tricky a lot of years.
Was like, yo, look, baby,
Mama Love ain't gonna hang out with her.
nah,
No.
that's stress, man.
Or if you're in a
You
relationship,
really like that though.
If you're in a
You coulda
relationship
curved.
and
As a friend.
your relationship is rocky around Valentine's Day, you might still have to do in the evening.
So I feel like that's tricky. Can men and women have a platonic friendship?
All right, so I'm gonna answer this first, right? Because it's a touchy subject, right? Like I feel like I have literally one woman friend, right? Like I don't have women friends. I have one woman friend, and you know I knew her family growing up, so it's really like we grew up together. So you know that's my people's. But do I feel like I could have multiple women friends? Nah, not when you like, you know, with somebody. If you single, maybe, because it's like if something happens, then you know you ain't got nobody to answer to, so whatever. But if you in a relationship, then you shouldn't have multiple friends of the opposite sex. And I'm gonna leave it there because I'm gonna speak for me. You know what I mean? I can't really speak for women, but I know my woman is not gonna have multiple male friends. You know, maybe 1, 2, but even with that, ain't no talking all the time, and you know, cause that's a little different. Like men, honestly, bro, like if it ain't the type of situation where like y'all really locked in like family, can't trust it. You know what I'm saying? As a man. But that's why it gets deeper, because like men are different too. Men are different than women. But at the same time, I'm a man, so if I speak on how men and women are different, it kind of looks strange. But I'm gonna just leave it at that, man.
Yep, you gotta read this shit.
Hey, yo.
Read it.
We could be friends, baby. What you think, man?
Say what?
I think so.
Can men and women have?
Yeah, he's wilding, man. Hold on, he's bugging.
It's
You know what
rules
I'm
to
saying?
friendship, bro. I thought about it.
Not Halloween or nothing. That's
BBLs. Getting
Niggas is doing.
Niggas getting surgery.
able to pour your emotions out in front of your woman.
And
Punching
held
at the
against
ear.
you.
Vulnerable, take nothing from the respect.
Wait, nigga, we ain't like asking for no
Yeah, that's what I'm
respect.
saying. It's
Right.
two, it's like type of 100%.
1,000.
Hold on, Spears.
Don't even worry about.
I guess versus women enhancing their appearance. Y'all think enhance their appearance?
All right,
Don't worry
it's the
about
next
it.
topic.
Why is there a double standard when men enhance their appearance? I guess versus women enhancing their appearance.
My neck be hurts,
Like,
man.
what? Like men getting a BBL.
Men getting, possibly men
Niggas
getting
get
surgery,
BBLs is
men
crazy.
getting hair pieces,
What kind
men
of surgery
getting
niggas getting?
Niggas is doing
niggas getting surgery.
six
Niggas be
packs,
doing
Dirty
ab
work.
shit.
Niggas
I heard
getting
niggas be
abs,
doing
bigger
ab
chest,
surgery.
niggas
Damn,
doing bigger
Drizzy.
arms,
Niggas
all
doing-
type of
niggas
shit.
doing funny shit.
Yo, niggas is making themselves taller, bro. They adding paws. They
Yeah, I
adding.
heard about that.
They adding. You dig? They making themselves tall. I don't even like how to talk about that language. You heard pause, but I don't want to talk about it. But
I heard about that other surgery too. Niggas out there trying to get.
what's that?
Hey,
They trying to make
The,
this
the, enhan- the
This
enhancement.
nigga,
yo.
yo, Mano always got to start with the flagrant fouls. Like he always do that. I don't even know why he had to bring that up for real, but it's touchy, man. Like hair transplants, cool. Like nigga balding, you gonna want to get your situation situated. But if you getting abs and if you getting like, you know what I mean, getting your body done and all that, that's weird, bro. I think it's not valid for women, but I can't really, you know what I'm saying? But not that it's not valid for women. It's preference, right? Like I wouldn't prefer it for my woman or a woman that I, you know, was interested in. But they gonna do what they want to do. But I'm definitely calling foul if it's men getting body enhancements for sure. Flagrant foul. You out of line.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
They're trying to enhance the situation.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, they're trying to like, you know,
Yeah. Trying to get their angle right.
yeah, tired of being a
That's
chicken
crazy.
nugget.
Trying to get their vibe together. You heard? They trying to go there.
Man, leave that alone, man.
Chicken,
Leave that-
chicken
yeah.
tender from a chicken nugget. They trying to get there. You heard?
Crazy. He's out of line. All right, man. All right, man. Let's get into some of my topics, man. We'll leave that right there for now. We're getting into some of my topics. I feel like I got some good ones. Man, I don't care. I'm gonna go from the. I'm gonna go from the. I'm gonna go from the top down. I don't even. It ain't. You know what I mean. Everybody. I feel like, man. All right. So all right. I want to say this, man. Everybody is somehow all of a sudden a fashionista or fashion gurus, or you know, they want to be like Virgil, or Virgil's all of a sudden their inspiration, right? He was the weird guy. He was the creative director. Rest in peace, Virgil. Was the creative director for Louis Vuitton before Pharrell, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but it just seemed like now in today's society, everybody gotta base themselves off somebody who had an impact in order to make them, in order to make what they do seem substantial. So a lot of people get into fashion nowadays. I'm speaking for my city. I mean, everybody in general. I'm broadening it, man. It ain't just my city, but my city is full of my city is full of people that move like that based off what because Buffalo's a copying city, man. Nothing that happened in Buffalo is original creatively. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like what people do with how they showcase themselves, it's all like mimicking something else. So this whole fashion forward thing was never, I'm telling you, like it happened really after Griselda popped. Like everybody wanted to be so fashion forward because Griselda made it seem like, you know, Buffalo's a fashion city, but it's not. Even though we got a clothing store called Fashion City, it's still not a fashion city at all in the slightest. But I get it, you know what I mean? You want to bring that type of stuff to Buffalo, but you got to understand the can of worms that you open when you do that. That's the guy in the bathroom. Don't mind it. Listen to the sound of my voice. But yeah, like everybody's so fashion forward and they all look up to Virgil all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like now he's gone and all of that, and you know, we get to see how iconic he was in reels on Instagram, everybody is just on it. Now everybody want to go to Paris. Everybody want to go to New York for Fashion Week. Everybody want to be in all the fashion shows. And to be honest with you, that really wasn't the thing in Buffalo. But it just got to the point where the only thing in Buffalo that was going on was music. And now that, that door is it's not closed per se, but it's closed in a sense, because after Griselda popped, excuse me, the identity of Buffalo shifted, because you get to tell the story and paint the narrative because we got the internet. You know what I mean? So everybody thought that Buffalo was just boom, bap, and crack, and that closed the lane for a lot of people, because a lot of people ain't never seen crack. A lot of people ain't never sold crack. A lot of people don't even like boom bap. A lot of people, you know what I mean, except for old niggas. You know what I mean? And Griselda's a group of old niggas for real. So that makes sense for them. Like, that was their lifestyle. You know what I mean? Even though they might have dipped into the younger generation as far as like the style, I would say they dipped into the younger generation because, we was wearing the ripped skinny jeans, and we was wearing like the shell toes and the Chuck Taylors and the Vans and the you know what I mean? We was wearing a lot of that leather jackets, and I'm speak for myself, but they kind of dipped into the younger generation stylistically as far as like certain designs, and they just turned it into like this crack image, but niggas that also got style. You know what I mean? Kind of even, mimicking New York City. Respectfully. It's not a secret, so, but now it kind of like caused a rift in the way that, now people can't, it's a lot of people that couldn't really talk that talk. You know what I mean? But that became the staple in Buffalo, so a lot of people had to pivot from just being artists to painting now, or trying to be and appear super creative. All the way to the point where, like, I'm not gonna say no names, but you got people that claim they paint or do art that's stealing sauce like lyrics and trying to turn it into their own quotes for their paintings, and niggas still owe me money, but but I'm off that because I'm not even like, of course I still make music, but it ain't, it just ain't. Especially the state of the industry, right? It's just a lot of weirdness going on. So, but yeah, man. Shout out to Virgil. Rest in peace, Virgil. And y'all boys gotta, find your own lane and stop piggybacking off somebody's success and things that they did already. And just because you cut up a shirt and put holes in the shirt, don't mean that you a creative, or don't mean that you a fashion designer, or you sew different fabrics and textures together or different patterns together. Don't mean you're a designer. I mean, your grandma could have did that. But yeah, though, with that being said, man, that's that topic. Yeah, man, I'm gonna just leave that right there. You feel me? I wish I could play like a matter of fact. Let's do it like this, man. That's my guy right here. Shout out to Gunna, man. It's one of the only artists. It's one of the only artists I really listen to. I mean, like I listen to my gospel, but I like Gunna because, like, stylistically, it's the beats and stuff like that. Alright, I'm gonna stop right there because I ain't trying to get, copyright, you know what I mean? My joint start muting and all that, mess up the stream. But yeah, though, so we're gonna play snippets at a time. But next topic. A person could say, I sold my soul, and people will say, that's not demonic. He talking that talk. Right. So I wrote this topic down in 2024 because I would hear a lot of people saying, like, I sold my soul. There's a lot of rappers that always just throw that in there, or they say, or they say, I'll never sell my soul, and you could tell that, they sold something. You know what I mean? They definitely sold something, but people will act like that's not demonic. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, yeah, he going crazy. Like, oh, what's the dude name? the 6'7" dude, whatever. He blatantly is into demonic activity, and people really be like running with that. Like he really just fire. But and when I wrote this topic down, I said, "Welcome to 2024." When people be so deep that they willing to go to hell. Like people be so deep that they willing to go to hell. And I feel uniquely equipped to even talk about this because I was niggas, not in the sense of like I'm listening to somebody say they so and I'm rocking with it, but to the point where I felt like, you know, I went so deep, you know what I'm saying, that I started like pulling out things that, oh, that dude, hold on, let me mute this real quick, y'all boys, hold on. Anyway, my music was so deep and dark that, you know, it started to have a certain feel about it, you know. I'm not gonna really get too deep into like what I was practicing and things like that, but, you know, I feel uniquely equipped to talk about this because I see it today and it's just like, man, like our culture is so wrapped in darkness, man, that people don't even realize that, you know, they dragging their peers to hell. And it's not even like, I mean, everything is spiritual. And I'm not trying to be religious, but I'm just saying real talk, like some darkness is here. So, you know, people just be dragging they peoples along with them because they think that this chaos is cool. They think that chaos is cool. They think that no order is cool. They think that you should be able to just indulge and say whatever you want to say because it sounds good. It sounds so rebellious. Rebellion is cool to people. You know what I mean? And for me, it was always a soul searching experience. You know what I mean? I may have gotten caught up in certain things, but it was always in the name of searching my own soul. You know what I mean? It just seems like today that people want to be so deep that they'll go to darkness. Whew, chilling. All right, on to a more social, like it's like social, and it'll. Matter of fact, let's sit with that last thing real quick, cause that's on my spirit. You know, that's on my spirit, man, to say. Yeah, let's sit with that one. That one is deep, no pun intended, and yeah, it's really just like an epidemic out here. Like I saw. Matter of fact, let me see if I did actually. And I mean, shout out to this guy, but shout out to this guy, well, not even shout out to him. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't really even believe that. I don't even really believe that. But look at this. Let's cut that up. Let's crop this. Just so y'all could see what I'm saying right now. Like, just so y'all know, like, you know, Sote not tripping. Sote ain't tripping. Sote really talking. Look.
Sounds avant-garde, man.
Oh, okay.
One-on-ones, for real.
Okay, let's start from the bottom up. What you got on the feet?
Hey, yo, okay, I got the little Balenci's, bro.
Okay, little tire vibes. What's with the pants, bro? These are fucking crazy.
There's some fucking Jenkos, bro.
Oh, okay.
All right, man, I'm done with that. It don't matter how much it costs. I don't care how much it costs. You know what I mean? Like, is it that deep though? See what I'm saying? For certain people, it's that deep. You know what I mean? Where it's an image attached to it. And for me, a lot of the times that image be demonic. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool to have style. But when the image gets a little demonic and twisted, it's, you know what I'm saying? And then you go and play the person music and you understand it. Like I saw a post with his music. He did like this on the Radar performance, and I heard him, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. He's one of those. You know what I'm saying? No judgment, but I mean, and I could speak on it because I was one of those. You know what I mean? I ain't never go that far with my clothes. Like, I think that's quite ridiculous, to be honest, and I never would go that far. But, you know, just where I was as far as being lost, you know what I mean? And yeah, so I just see it today and I just be like, man, like, it's gotta be a system buster, you know what I mean? Somebody who can speak on that because they've been there and really just get people to see that that's not as cool as like they try to proclaim, you know? Show you what's really cool, like I always have. And maybe just like I started a couple trends back then, I can start a new trend now. But that's why I've been kind of in hiding. I haven't really been on Twitch. I haven't really been making music or dropping anything. I haven't dropped music in so long on streaming platforms that they took my music down. And I'm perfectly fine with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not tripping off that at all. I am working on new music, however. You know what I mean? I'm not using any profanity in my songs anymore. I'm not using suggestive lyrics. You know, just falling into darkness, not doing that. But I am making good music, and it's still the same me. It's still the same sound, but you know, the subject matter is different. And just like the beat will invoke feeling, I won't use my words to pierce into you in a way where it'll poison you. Maybe get you to think, but not in a negative way, and not poison you. That's my goal. And that's what God has given me, you know what I'm saying, to do. Not to atone for my sins, because I'm free of the guilt and penalty of sin, because I'm saved, sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost. So, yeah, here I am, Sote, rebrand, you know what I mean, coming to y'all again. And I know I got Gunna on my screen, you know what I'm saying, never said I was perfect, however, I'm not in darkness. You know what I mean? All right, so here we go. Demonizing your ex-boyfriend just so that you look like the victim and don't blemish your own social image is dirty work. So when I wrote that down, I was just thinking about how on social media we always got this. It's a culture of people, or I'm gonna just say women to be specific, that all are every time there's a breakup or every time there's drama on the internet, which is really just distraction, there's always comments that typically aim toward the man as if he's in the wrong, right? Automatically, nobody knows the story because nobody knows these people, but it's just that the men in the situation get demonized in the sense that the woman appears perfect, or the woman appears like she did what she was supposed to do. Whether or not we know this, we know from personal experience that people are people. You know what I mean? And especially when you're dealing with a certain type of people, like industry people, they're smut on their names already. So it's like, what do you think that you think that everybody, they're just going to be super moral and they the ones getting hurt all the time? No, they doing hurting too. But it's just, we live in a culture today where the man is always initially the one to blame. And it's a win for the woman in the situation because she can do things like go and get pregnant by another guy or go and sleep with multiple men, and it's justified in the eyes of, you know, the community because they've already blamed the man for the situation falling apart. It's a typical brainwashing, mind control tactic to get people to expose themselves, really, but to also enable certain types of behavior in other people. They rationalize because they relate and it resonates with them. That's what they would do. Really, that's what it boils down to. That's my opinion, just my opinion. They would do the same, which is why they justify it, because the man was already painted as the problem. And we got examples. We know examples. We've been on TikTok. We've been on Instagram. We know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's got to stop, and it will stop. You know, it won't work. It won't be this way forever. You know, it's just another way or another example of the darkness that we're in as a people. but it won't be this way forever. Glory to God. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say about that. I won't spend too much time on certain topics because, I'm not really worried about cancel culture because who am I anyway? I'm just a guy on Twitch right now who has a cool backdrop and a cool banner, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing cool stuff. I'm very technologically sound. It's cool. It looks great, but I don't even know how many viewers I got on here right now, so I'm not even tripping. Oh man, this one is back to the topic I talked about earlier, but just listen to this. Think about this. If you learn how to build a house, you can build a house, but everyone would rather paint one. If you learn how to build a house, you can build a house, but everyone would rather paint one. So we have what's called the creative community, right? And it's gotten so large that, and Mano said this on Let's Talk Rap About It too, but I wrote these topics down in 2024. It's gotten to a point where nobody wants to really learn anything. So they go over to where you can be anything, right? Which is that quote unquote creative community, rooted in rebellion and chaos and freedom. You can do anything and be anything as long as you're a creative, right? Like everybody's a photographer all of a sudden. Everybody paints. That's my point. People would rather paint a house than to learn how to build one. You know what I'm saying? Or come through when things are already set up. It's a metaphor as well. It's literal too. People would rather come through when the house is already built and painted. And then say, hey, I did this. This is my work. What about the person that built the house? What about the infrastructure? What about the blueprint? No. And that speaks to the topic about the Virgil thing. Virgil already built this house that you're painting now, putting nice little flowers on the windowsill and saying that, and then turning around and telling people, hey, look what I did. And then also, literally, if you learn how to build a house, you can build a house. Like, why wouldn't you want to build a house? Because you're not thinking about anything but your own self-serving aspirations and your agendas. You're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking about your future. You're not thinking about your legacy. You just want to paint. You just want to shoot pictures. You just want to rap. You just want to make clothes. You just want to, you know what I mean? Like, and it's cool if you're actually that, right? Like if you studied it, if you went to school for it or got some training, right? Not just, hey, I was in the house and I saw this inspiration on the internet and then I just went and got a sewing machine and I just started sewing stuff together and hey, that's how this came about. And look, it's so creative. Let's shoot a cool commercial for it and let's create this cool mission statement for it that sounds like it's inclusive for everybody and that is so super creative and it's for the kids that had no outlet when they were. And that's another point. Why is it that everybody all of a sudden was loners when they was young? Why is everybody obsessed with having that backstory now? If everybody was loners and everybody was the weird kids that was always into art, then where was all the cliques? Like, where are all the cliques now? Or the popular kids now? Where everybody at? If all y'all was just loners and weirdos. Like, it's really, like, it's getting old. I'm telling you, it's about to be over. All of this is about to be over, and you'll have nothing because you lied. All you did was created a narrative for yourself to push a brand. right? And it was rooted in something that wasn't even true. When really you just wanted to be a part of painting the house. You wanted a piece of that. You wanted to say, hey, this color right here, I colored that in. Instead of learning how to build a house. So when this does happen, and when it's all over, and it doesn't matter what kind of fabric you use to make this terrible piece of clothing that nobody's gonna wear outside. Somebody would wear this outside. It's not fashion. It's literally an accessory. It's a piece of clothing, right? That people would actually wear. It's not stitched together plaid and suede and leather that you're gonna walk down a runway with at one of your fashion events and then put on a stand on a clothing rack for the rest of its existence. Like, and that leads me to my next topic. Relax. You're just high. So, in Buffalo specifically, which I know it's a lot of other places, but I'm going to speak on my city. Because I've seen it for years and I've been disappointed for years. But who am I? I'm just a highly opinionated individual. And this is my channel. So I'm going to say what I want to say. Buffalo is, or let's say Buffalo's creative scene, quote unquote. It has a dark underbelly, right? It's rooted in trauma, narcissism, and drug use, high levels of drug use. And yes, by drug use, I do mean acid and shrooms as well. It could come from the earth all day, every day. Weed too. Still a drug. And cocaine. But this drug abuse that the creative scene in Buffalo has been experiencing or have been perpetuating is part of the reason they see themselves as these extremely creative, extremely deep, extremely prolific, extremely big artists, right? Like in any form of art. Everything has got a deep meaning and everything is tied to everything and everything is nothing and we're here and we're art and we're beautiful and we're free and all. You're just high. You're high. Relax. Calm down. I remember in 2018 I was smoking some weed because I had quit. And then, I just had this little J that I just would save for a certain amount of time. Let's get this off the screen. This is kind of annoying me. I had this little J that I was saving. I'm not gonna lie to you. I saved it for probably like a couple months. And I pulled it out and I smoked it. And I was so high that I got paranoid. And I called my mother. And my brother didn't make it no better because he called me and said some crazy stuff. And just, yo, shout out my brother. He's a crazy dude, man. He's a very, very vulnerable guy. Very vulnerable, very emotional guy. Takes things to the heart. So he called me crying and saying some crazy stuff. And it made me even more paranoid. He didn't know I was high. He thought he was showing me, like, oh, bro. But I was high, nigga. I did not need to hear that. So I called my mother because I'm so high. She's right upstairs, mind you. My room was this when I stayed with my mom. I was 21, 20 or 21. And I called her. I'm like, Mom, I'm high. And you know what she said? go to sleep, son. And what I say, okay. But I couldn't sleep though because I was up and my mind was racing. And the next day I cut off all my friends. So yeah, with that being said, I say all that to say this. You're just high. Go to sleep, son. Learn something that's going to contribute to your future, because your future is going to contribute to the future. Stop being so selfish. Stop thinking you're a god, or you're like just so great that you're just like this super. You're high. Focus. Because this is almost over. It's happening right in front of your eyes. What are you going to do? Figure it out. All right. All right. How about this then? Because I mean, I can understand that people didn't really like that last one, right? But I'm gonna clip that. I'm clipping that and I'm posting that. That was good. Clipping it for sure. So, women act like meeting someone of the opposite sex means that they have to court you. What if you meant to be friends? And even if not, why not try to establish a friendship first? Then I went on to say, rushing is the reason you're still single right now. And I'm most likely not going to be the only guy that's courting you. That's a really twisted state of being. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. If you meet a guy and you automatically assume he's supposed to be courting you, that deletes or ignores all the potential of what could be, right? If every guy has to court you, if you feel like every guy has to court you, then every guy is going to be courting you, right? How are you going to know if you really like one if you're being courted by multiple? It's a matter of, right, then it becomes physical attraction, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, it's so clouded, right? This is why the dating pool is probably going to remain pretty terrible. I can speak for my city, but also, I mean, I look at the state of the world and I see it as well. The dating pool is going to get worse and worse because we have people perpetuating this idea, date multiple men. Right? And it just doesn't make sense to date multiple men and give all these men your time and energy. At some point, you're gonna, I mean, unless you're celibate, which majority of, our community is not celibate, you're gonna be sleeping with them too. So it's just gonna make it more confusing. And then you want these guys to court you, and it's really just for your own satisfaction, and not really for selecting the best suitor or the best option for a husband. Maybe you're not thinking about being married, but if that's the case, then you should probably stay single. Because we're also in a state of the world where if you're not married, then people will tell you, oh, you're not married, but you're giving a married treatment. Very true. But if you're not married, then you're single. That's the truth. So if you're not married, then don't expect a guy to be faithful to you, because at any moment you can pull that card of, oh, we're not married, so I don't have to treat you like a husband. He doesn't have to treat you like a wife either. But we don't want to talk about that. That's not the part we want to get to. We just want to talk about who someone should court you. If someone's going to court you, then you need to give them your attention. Allow them to court you fully. You know what I mean? If that doesn't work out, if you don't like it, you're going to know. If you see red flags or boundaries being crossed, you're going to know. And then on to the next, because you're single and you can do that. But this idea that every man has to court you is failing us as a society, and I feel like maybe y'all meant to be friends. Maybe y'all meant to be business associates. Maybe this person just is here to teach you something or show you something new, and it doesn't always have to end in a romantic or sexual encounter. But we just it's like you're looking for a man, but you're not looking for a man. If every man has to court you, then you're looking for a man. But you're not looking for a man for the right reasons. We got to start being realistic with ourselves, I think. We got to start being honest, too. Like, you know that dating multiple men is just going to confuse you. You're emotional. You're a woman. you're dating multiple men, experiencing multiple things, and you're talking to multiple people who are talking to you in return and saying sweet things because that's what men do. We're men. We're going to say things that we know you want to hear because we like you. It doesn't always have to be about sex. Maybe we like you. Maybe we want you to like us too. So it's going to be a lot of that going on if you're expecting multiple men to court you. So if you want somebody to court you, give it time. Give them time. Oh, he's not courting me on to the next. Oh, well, this one's not courting. You know what I mean? Like, give it time. And maybe you'll find what you actually need and what you're looking for. And if not, then hey, we'll see when it's over. Good luck. That's all I'll say about that. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Mmm. 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 Okay. So do y'all okay. This one is kind of crazy. I'm gonna wait for that one. I'm gonna wait for that one because I gotta keep some of them. I gotta keep. So this is what I'm gonna do instead. We're gonna go and start reacting to certain things. That was a good segment. We're gonna call that Join the Club Podcast. Soon it's on the way. Join the Club Podcast is on the way. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, I just liked that joint by accident, but it's okay. It deserves a like. But let's pause it though. Let's pause it. And where's the sound? Oh, the sound is up here. Let's turn it down. Let's crop this. And we'll just keep it cropped because we're reacting now. Boom. That's cool. Cool. All right, here we go.
The ground and like,
Am I being detained?
do you have a way to provide identification?
Am I being detained?
Do you have a way to provide identification?
Am I being detained?
Because I, at some point, am going to have to process you, whether it's here or downtown. Do you want to go
Am I being attacked? Yo, that's a good question.
down?
Okay, sir, I have one question. Am I being detained?
Are we going downtown? I think we should just
And
head
then-
downtown. Sir?
Now the cop is clearly trying to intimidate the guy, but he knows his rights. You have a right to search me. I don't have to identify myself, and you can't touch me unless I'm being detained. That cop is trying to intimidate him. Let's see how he handles it.
You're moving, I'm moving.
Right, but
I know what's going on.
I'm the law.
I know you're the law, but I don't know what's going on with you, law.
Keep your hands where I can see it. Right. Sir, this is not
Following commands, he's doing what the cop told him to do. He's not in the wrong.
You're going to end up in the back of a cruiser heading downtown. Is that funny to you?
Yes, sir.
Is that funny to you?
Am I being detained?
You think this is funny?
Am I being detained?
I think you have an ID on you.
I don't.
So if you don't have any weapons,
Okay.
do you have a wallet on you? Do you have a card with your name on it?
No, sir.
You have nothing you can show me to who you are so I can run you through my system.
I don't answer questions, man. Like, I don't answer questions. I got to get used to that too, because. So I've been brutalized by police, and I'm not trying to victim. Cause I was a savage back in the day, so I could take it for sure. Pause. But when I was in school and I was doing a bunch of bad stuff, like I would get jumped by police, and I remember the security guard. He got so excited. I was fighting two guys or whatever, and then he put me in a chokehold because I was on my way to one of the guys, and he put me in a chokehold and choked me almost to death. And there was cops around, so I'm assuming he probably just wanted a job or something. The way he choked me like how a cop would intentionally kill. Oop. Yeah, that's how he choked me. So, these cops usually, well, they don't care about your rights, man. Like, so, gotta record them these days. I've never done it, but you gotta record them. But for me, I get kind of like nervous. It's trauma. It's a trauma response. So I get kind of shaky. But I would like to actually get to a point where this guy, this is what I would do. Am I being detained? I don't consent to searches. I don't answer questions. I invoke the fifth. Like, so yeah, man, this guy's doing a great job.
Give you some numbers.
So we're not wasting time here. Sir, if you're not going to comply,
Sir,
listen, bro,
take a step as well.
bro, if you have an ID,
Nice
on
calling
you,
him bro.
I can reach for it. Are you going to let me reach for your ID?
I don't have an ID on me.
You don't have an ID.
He said it multiple
Do you
times.
have a debit card? Do you have anything where I can identify your name and run you through my system?
I have numbers.
You have numbers. What does that even mean? You have your phone? What do you have that you can show me who you are?
Numbers.
Because I'm going to need to search you if you're not.
I'm being detained.
I'm going
Right.
to need to
Am I being
search
detained?
you
Am I being detained?
if you can't provide identification.
Are you wasting my time or are you detaining me?
You're
Come
not a
on.
lawyer. Why are you asking me questions? I'm the one in charge here.
Okay, you're in charge here, but
Now he's trying to assert some type of dominance. Really, you're a public servant. You're not in charge. You work for me. So this is just all wrong and all backwards. But they abuse their power. They abuse their power, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work, and that's why they kill. That's why they kill.
Stop moving.
yes, sir.
I need to keep your hands where I can see them.
Could you ban?
Do you want me to draw my weapon on you?
Don't draw
Look,
your.
he want to shoot him so bad. He do. He want to shoot him bad. He want to shoot him bad. Let's keep going.
Then
I can draw my weapon if you're not going to take this seriously. I need you to stop moving.
Do you want to shoot me in my back?
I want,
Being detained,
sir.
You definitely
hey,
wanna shoot you
I
in your back
told
end.
you not to move.
sir.
Stop. Listen, I'm going to leave, and when I come back here, if you're a problem and you're still around here, you better have ID, okay?
Sir, I'm out of here.
You better get out of here.
You better get out of here. Ain't
Do I
nobody
have
worried
to-
about you, gang.
Do I have to take you?
Let's see what else we got. See what else we got. Oh yeah, no, this one is. Why do I keep? I don't want to like this, man. Pause. Man, they be.
Extremely normal.
So this is an apartment in New York City for $4,200, right? And yeah, it's just. First of all, the caption say, "I know you jealous." I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really not. I'm really not. But let's see what it looks like though.
Dollar apartment in New York. Come on in. Come on in. So first, this is our kitchen.
Okay.
Very big for New York standards.
Yeah, it is.
We
It's
have
not a bad
lot of
size.
floor space and a full-size refrigerator, which
Okay, that's not bad.
plus a lot. And a full-size oven. Okay. Now,
Dishwasher.
This is
I like a
this is the way
dishwasher.
our apartment has to go because, as you can see, there are no windows. And so
Oh,
we have
wow.
to put the couch this way.
No
And then we
windows.
watch TV sideways. So that's that.
$4,200. No windows. That front room, it looks like a studio apartment. $4,200 a month.
Apartment number 1. This is what we like to call a flex wall. It was normally a one-bedroom apartment, but now it's 2 bedrooms. 1 bedroom. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Super small.
Now the 2nd bedroom. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Fits a full-size bed. Okay.
Excuse me. First of all, we're not sleeping in full-size beds, man, 2026. Let's just start there. We not sleeping in full-size mattresses in 2026. I don't care what you say. Get a queen or something. But if you had a queen, you wouldn't have room for your little desk over there. $4,200, not worth it.
And our bathroom. Right here.
Super small.
Beautiful. And that's it.
Now I can see if this was what $1,400, just because the cost of living is super high everywhere right now. But $4,200 and you're I mean, if you come for money, more power to you. But I mean, get something bigger. You know, I don't know. I don't see it. $4,200, not worth it to me. It's too small. My apartment is bigger than that. and I don't pay close to that. So yeah, and it's in a nice neighborhood. Okay, so this video right here, I don't really do politics. I don't get into politics. We just pray for government and just let God work it out, and but this is kind of interesting, I think.
Pause.
Okay, well,
Oh, that guy got demolished, by the way. The guy that's getting up.
this is gonna be a great fact check, I will say.
Hey, it's great to meet you.
Good to see you, brother.
I'm going to start saying something that might not make everyone else like me, but I actually think you've been real honest during this conversation. But I want to start with, I don't know if it's 30 or if it's 70% as y'all were debating, but even if it's 30%, shouldn't all of those 30% be deported?
Here's the problem.
First of all,
An amount of resources.
here's my problem. 30. Man, we got ways to fix that, bro. And then your face was so intense with it. Sound like Daffy Duck, bro.
Just like, for example, police officers. We have a lot of our officers focusing on violent crime. So when it comes to the limited resources that ICE
I bet my boy favorite wrestler is Cody Rhodes.
has, I would say that it would make more sense to go after the worst of the worst.
Yes.
Violent terrorists that are in this country. We focus more on those folks under Barack Obama's administration, and I think that it makes more sense to go after those folks now. Because currently what we're seeing is an ICE that's literally going to go get folks blanket across the country. It's leading to so many mistakes, like, for example, the student that was a college student in Georgia that was literally detained in an ICE detention facility for 2 weeks, literally as a result of a mistaken identity. I don't think that that's something that keeps us more safe in this country. Can a guy be so confident in something and be so...
Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna get on that, but just to y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm gonna clip this. Y'all let me know what y'all think. So apparently in this video, somebody baby mom sprayed the entire house with mace. I'm not gonna get into that either because I don't want to say the wrong things, but I'm thinking them. Yeah, who isn't it? Why they peeking like that? They went out. They like, man, this is not what I signed up for, man. I wanted to see the show. I thought I was gonna be turned the other way. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one is good. This one is good. All right.
This gentleman broke in here.
And I didn't see this full thing. I just saw like the part of it. And I think it's good.
Trespassing, sitting in the judge's seat.
No. You're confused. This is the judge.
How a rookie court officer completely angered a new judge. Judge Martin arrived at the courthouse early. He wanted to change into his robe.
He black
get
and he dressed like a regular guy.
The moment he walked in, an officer
and that caused your
stopped him.
suspicion.
The tone was aggressive right away. The officer
This
demanded
racism
to
in the
know
police
how he
force,
got
man.
inside.
How did I get in here? I mean, how did you get in here? What do you mean, what do I mean?
Justice.
What do you think this is? The monkey bars at the playground?
Monkey bars. And it's just like you just tacking it on. I want to see that Aryan tattoo you got. Show it. Show the Nazi tat.
Huh? You got about 5 seconds, boy.
This can't be real. This can't be real. He just called him boy. Oh, you better than me.
Put down the gavel, get out of the chair, you're gonna be arrested.
Why would I be arrested?
I'm not playing games with you no more, boy.
Why would I be arrested?
I don't know how you got in here. I don't know who you are.
No.
I would ask for an ID, but I doubt you have one.
Tell me why I would be arrested.
Why would you? Because you're sitting in the judge's chair.
There's a reason.
Playing with the judge's gavel.
There's a reason why I'd be here. I don't look familiar to you?
There's a reason why you be here.
There's a reason why I'm in this seat right now. Do I not look familiar to you?
No, you don't look familiar to me. I don't know you from Adam.
That's crazy.
Boy, you got about 5 seconds to get out of that chair. Me, you're gonna go round and round.
He accused him of trespassing. He ordered him out of the judge.
So, this is what we call rage bait, right? Because I think it's staged, for one. And then for two, it's like you keep calling this black man boy. You're obviously a white man. You mentioned monkey bars, the word monkey, and it's got to be rage bait, man. It's got to be rage bait for clicks. But I clicked it, so let's watch it.
Chair. Martin was confused.
You need to get out of that chair right now. I said, no, I said, get out of that chair.
Relax.
This is all property of the state. This is property of the courtroom.
Crazy.
You come in here, you disrespect the office, you disrespect the chair, you bang the judge's gavel.
Could you stop calling me a boy? I'm a grown man. Tell me why I would be here. There's only one reason why I would be here. Why would you be here?
Because you broke in here and you're sitting down the judge's. You think you're playing like a dollhouse or something like this is your dollhouse you play with at home. This whole courtroom, this whole sacred institution.
I have a lot of things to do. Could you please, just go on with your day. There's a reason.
You want to make this into a case, do you? You could just leave. You could walk out of here right now. That's the end of it.
What kind of case would this be?
What kind of case would it? Now you're asking me questions again. I told you, boy, it's your turn to answer questions.
For the third time, I'm a grown man. Don't call me a boy.
Well.
Would you please tell me what type of case I would receive by just sitting here?
You got trespass. You're about to trespass you right now. You're not going to be allowed back here anytime. Unless you're arrested. Next time you get arrested, you're going to be over there. You're going to be brought before this.
This is crazy.
The officer grew more heated by the second. He threatened trespassing and obstruction charges. Martin said he had a legitimate reason to be there. He asked the officer to calm down. The officer refused. He accused Martin of touching courtroom property. They went back and forth nonstop. Then everything changed. Another officer walked in. He instantly recognized Judge Martin. He explained who the man really was. The so-called intruder was the new judge himself.
Would you please tell him exactly who I am?
I found this gentleman, broke in here,
All right, so that was clearly rage bait. I'm not really going to speak on that because, again, I'm not trying to say what's on my mind. This is kind of hilarious.
But this ship, I don't know about y'all. But this ship, I don't know about y'all.
Oh, man.
But this ship, I don't know about y'all. But this ship, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all.
I don't know what's about to happen in this video, but there we go. All right, yeah.
But this ship, I don't know about you.
I doubt that Shark Tank offered them $3 million for that design, but clickbait, we get it. Yeah, we saw that one. We saw that one. I think I might have been skipping a few. Oh yeah. So I did want to see this one because I want to see how these people respond to this. These cops, these dirty, dirty cops.
All right. You guys need to do a little bit better.
What's going on, my man?
Do a little bit better.
What are you doing here? Just checking out?
What am I doing here? I'm shopping.
Where have you been lately?
Excuse me?
I got a call. I had a little crazy dude running around. And
Little crazy dude.
Fit part of the description at least, and now I'm wondering where you been? What have you been up to? You look a little stressed, like you're trying to stay chill, but closed. Okay, cool, excellent.
What do you, I don't know you, sir. Like you're asking me where I've been. I'm confused. Like, what's going on? Are you looking for someone or?
I am looking for someone. If you could just pop your ID out, that'd really make it easier. Like I said, I got a call. Hold on, I got a call. I just need you to comply. Obviously, these guys are shutting down the lane, so you can just have a little conversation with me. We're not slowing anyone else down.
I don't mind having a conversation with you, but I don't know what you're doing, like what type of business you're conducting.
Perfect. I'll explain myself.
You see what I'm doing.
I'm Officer Johnson. I'm here to protect and to serve. I'd really like to see your ID. If you can just go ahead and hand that over.
I'm not giving you my ID.
So you are going to be giving your ID, and the more you comply, the smoother this will go. But
I'm complying. I'm not going to give you my ID. You're a man of the law. You know how this thing works. I know how this thing works. I'm not no crazy guy. I know I'm not giving you my ID.
I don't know you're not a crazy.
I'm not a suspect. I'm not a suspect. I don't know who you're looking for. I don't know what your deal is. You walk up to me, talk about.
You got a lot to say, my man. Why you got all this aggression? I mean, it seems a little passive, but I need you to chill out. Show me that ID. Again, if you pop,
I'm not showing you my ID.
you are going to show me ID, and you really started. Hold on, my man. You said you're a man of the law. You really should have just stopped there. So obviously, you acknowledge the respect that should be placed my way, right? So I don't understand. If you understand that I'm a man of the law, why? And you're just a civilian, right? So if you're just a civilian and I'm a man of the law, why are you being disrespectful? I'm gonna need to see your ID.
So I'm not trying to.
I got a complaint.
No way.
You need to stop and
have a reasonable suspicion that I'm someone that you're actually looking for. Please.
Listen. I got cuffs that I can use. I would rather you just give me your ID. I don't need to make this a thing. Obviously, as a civilian, you're showing me some respect by acknowledging my place as an authority of law, right? Now I
respect you.
So as a civilian, you need to let me do what I do.
I would just like to be respected.
You're just a dude, right? So if you're just a dude, go ahead and hand over your ID.
Right, I'm just a dude.
You're just a dude.
Who are you looking for? Who exactly are you?
I'm looking for, like I said, I've got a description that you partially match.
All right, so what's the crime being?
You don't need that's sensitive information. They're trying to do their jobs. They've got this line shut down. We're not, listen.
Doing is trying to go home.
You're not going anywhere until we get a little clarity, my friend.
Okay, so what's the reason you're attacking me?
I'm not attacking you at all. You're the one that's being defensive. I'm here as a member of law
these
enforcement
cops, man.
trying to do my job. Now you're
These
doing
boys
a
don't need no
weird
badges, I'm telling you.
You're looking agitated, my man. You're looking agitated. And what happens when you get agitated in the world?
These boys don't need no badges.
Okay, I gotta get out of here.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh.
What's gonna happen if you?
All right. You guys need to do a little bit better. You need to do a little bit better, okay? And I know you guys get hired for a reason. I know you go through protocols and everything. You get training for this stuff, all right? Dude, make it make sense.
Sorry about that, officer.
Yeah, watch your mouth, man.
Have a good. You're not going anywhere. What's gonna happen?
Watch your mouth, man.
I know. That's what my mom told me to leave.
She knows. She literally said I shouldn't have came back.
Yeah. So he can't even stay here with Cartier because it's a family dispute. Basically, is what he's saying. But he said he's trying to avoid that. So he's trying to see what they can do because she need to go with his grandma because he don't even got no.
She's gonna be at 13.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
Oh,
Just going back to my house.
oh no, whatever they say he did, he
Where
did
were
it.
you at this morning?
Oh, just at a friend of mine, sir.
Look at his
where was that
eyes.
at? What town?
I don't remember, sir.
Okay. What's your friend's name that you were at?
I don't remember, sir.
Okay. There's an empty case of right there, and there's a underneath your seat.
Oh, that was for some friends of mine, sir.
Okay.
He keeps saying, sir.
Okay. Do you know where you are right now?
Oh, how many mirrors?
Okay, that's not where you are. Do you have any medical issues? Can I call you an ambulance?
No, sir.
Okay.
I don't have any ambulance assist.
Will you do me a favor? Can you hand me your keys from your car?
Yes.
Please, I want to make sure your car doesn't
Yeah,
go
he's
anywhere.
stumped right
You
now.
want me to pull out somewhere else?
Nope. I just want you to hand me the keys right now. I want to make sure your car doesn't go anywhere because I want to make sure that you're
He's
feeling
stumped.
all right. I'm just going to put them up here because I don't want your car to go anywhere, okay? Do you have
Yes,
any
sir.
identification on you? Any ID or anything? Have you drink any alcohol today?
No, sir.
No? What about this morning?
No.
Okay.
Goodness, I am in a vacation here, sir.
I think you went yourself.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me take this from you. That's pretty smashed up.
Should put it back in the seat.
John, you have an odor of coming from your breath, okay? When I pulled my mask down a little bit, I was able to smell it. You have open bottles in the car, okay? I would like you to be honest with me. You've also wet yourself. I'd like you to be honest with me. How much have you had?
Drink, beer, liquor. Like, I don't know why they blocking that out.
Just one.
Just
sir.
one. Okay. At
You
this
keep-
time,
wait, is he
for
calling her
safety in
sir?
mind, I'm not going to put you through standard field sobriety.
Just one.
Just
sir.
one. Okay.
Yo, he's so lit. He keep calling her sir.
I'm not going to put you through standard field sobriety test out here on the road because we are in the middle of a lane. But I am going to place you under arrest for suspicion of DUI, okay? Do you understand that?
Is she doing her job correctly?
Okay?
Yes, sir.
You're going to come back to the station
Sir.
with me. We're going to do some paperwork. I'll explain everything to you, okay? Stand up for me, okay? We're going to perform what's called a balance
He
test.
turned.
Okay? Actually, let's do the one leg stand. Let's just not right now.
Okay.
Pants all pissy, man.
Back up right there. Just right there. Tilt your head back, close your eyes, and hold that position for 30 seconds.
Oh nah, he's out of there.
Let me know when you've counted to 30 seconds in your head.
They don't,
Close your eyes. There you go.
they don't even gotta do all that. They know. They know.
Okay, we're gonna stop that test there, all right?
Yeah, stop it.
Fall and hurt yourself.
Yes, sir. 1 minute, 1 token, 3 minutes, 4 tokens,
Oh.
1 second, 5, 6 seconds, 6 short test.
Okay, we're gonna stop that test right there, okay?
3,
Hey yo.
4.
Place your left foot on that line.
Who gets that drunk though?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yo, who gets that drunk? I have never been that drunk. Never mind.
Place your right foot on that line, touching heel and toe. You're gonna remain in this position while I give you the rest of the instructions for the test, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You understand those instructions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and begin.
I'm out of here. That's good. That's enough.
And it says about reasonable force. And it says about reasonable force.
For your blood.
Whatever arm you need. Which arm do you need?
This is not a traffic stop.
Zach.
Let them make their attempt.
You understand you have an active felony warrant out here for your arrest?
No, I don't.
Hello, ma'am. Hello. Hi. We need to talk to you for a minute.
Ooh.
I'll just hang on to this. Okay.
All right, can we go over here real quick?
Yeah.
Your friend asked you to bring her over here, or?
Yeah, because her
Uh-oh.
car needs to be
Uh-oh.
repaired for the brakes and something underneath the bottom.
Some underneath the bottom, huh?
You don't know what she's doing in there?
No.
At this point, you're not free to leave, okay? And we're going to be asking you questions that are incriminating in nature, or could be incriminating in nature. So I'm going to use your
At least they being honest.
What happened?
At least they telling the truth.
Try to stick the plate. What happened? You didn't try to stick the plate, but he's not like that.
Yeah, it's not that. Because this would have been totally different if we had worked, you know. But
I see you guys are like 2 cars, 3 cars. I see like another car.
4, because mine is over there.
With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to us?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Like I said, I don't have any questions right this second, but except for some, I guess, preliminary stuff. But what are you doing today?
I was just trying to cash a bond that I received.
A bond that you received?
Uh-oh.
Okay, where'd you get the bond from?
I actually got it.
Do I have to?
Wonder if we could talk.
Yeah, sometimes I get cringy watching certain things, and I can't, or I get cringe, and I can't continue to watch it. Like my wife hates this. Like we'll be watching a movie and I get cringe and I have to fast forward it or mute it or walk out the room. I know she'd prefer if I walked out the room, but most of the time I'm muting it or fast forwarding it. Can't do cringe. I don't know why. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, here's all this. No.
The call starts.
Oh, here's all this.
No.
Okay.
That's a question.
Well, you want to come talk to me about it?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
I will.
All right. You want to stand over here in my car, please?
Oh.
I'm all right in here. You told me to stop because you told me.
The
Nah.
call starts off uneasy.
See, that's what I'm talking
Instead,
about.
It ended.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's see what else we got. No, I don't want to see that.
Mass immigration. I think that immigration's a great thing. What about you? I think that we should preserve our heritage. And I
What heritage is that, sir?
oftentimes use the Estonia. If 1% of the Russian population moved to Estonia, it would cease to be its own country, its own nation. So they have very strict immigration laws. Same with if 1% of the Chinese population moved to Australia, they would cease to be Australia. Yeah, I have a question. What? I have a question. What is American culture?
Right.
It's culture of values individual rights and liberties. Like what? Life, liberty, and private property, among the first top 3. Also the right to assemble, freedom of speech.
So if somebody serves as a threat to these American values, you don't think that they should be here?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, like, for instance, you're telling us that we shouldn't allow more immigration into America, because in doing so, there would be a purported threat to the American culture of these individual rights that are guaranteed to us by the Constitution. Therefore, very similarly, why can't I and you agree that therefore we shouldn't allow anybody to run the country that purports a threat to these values, such as Donald Trump is, by him calling for the termination of the Constitution? And
you know what I would have appreciated? I would have appreciated if he didn't name drop, because he seems like he knows what he's talking about. But when you name drop, it just seems like you're targeting somebody, and it kind of just muddies up what you're actually doing. So I wish he would have not name dropped Donald Trump. But, you know, whether it's true or not, I wish he would have just kept going with what he was, because he was going somewhere. And Donald Trump is not the only one that is a threat to our constitutional rights. There is an entire I can't do it, man. We don't have a right to free speech anymore. We can't say the things that we want to say, because whether or not they're harmful, they can be deemed harmful to a cause. And they just can't have that. But see, this is why I don't get into it. Let's just watch the video.
of 2022, him launching an attack on the 14th Amendment. The First Amendment included, he said it's now illegal to criticize him in the media. The Second Amendment, he directed his DOJ to try to find any way to ban any and all gun ownership for all law-abiding trans-American citizens. That was so in belligerent violation of the Second Amendment that even the far right NRA publicly spoke out against them. So I guess my question for you would be, if you want to restrict the ability of entry into America from individuals that may purport a threat to these values, then why did you vote for Trump as president, even though he purports a very legitimate threat to these same values?
Mass integration.
I think that
another thing I wish is that I wish that they would have let the other guy respond, or at least showed it in this clip. Because whether or not he had a response, it would be good to see. You know, the dialogue is good. This is actually another form of what we're talking about. Cutting videos short to where it's only expressing one idea, and then the other one gets cut off because you don't want to show it, or you don't want people to hear it, or it just doesn't fit with what you're trying to get across in this video. It's like we're all perpetuating the same violations in our own ways, and that's why talking about politics is futile, because we've learned this behavior and we exercise it because we have the power to via social media. I don't want to see this. I mean, not for any reason, but I don't know. Yo, that artist though, he's actually growing on me. Like at first, when I first saw his On the Radar performance, I'm like, who is this guy? Like, this is garbage. But he's developing his own trademark sound and feel. That's what it means to really be creative, is to develop your own trademark sound and feel. You created that. You didn't innovate it. You didn't take it and alter it. You created it. That's something that I can appreciate as an artist.
Story time. Switching to Shopify doubled my income.
You are sentenced to 9 months in county jail.
9 months? You're serious?
Ma'am.
Man.
One of the people that he's literally went and has done favors for in office are investors to his meme coin. It's so laughable to me that you guys can't.
I said earlier, this guy got smoked.
Why don't you name them specifically?
He got smoked.
How about
name
this?
one person?
How about, I don't know his name directly.
Exactly. Boom.
I don't know.
Thank you. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, dude. You're just making shit up.
because I can't give you the name. You didn't even know.
Yeah,
you didn't
I'm
even know
not
that Trump
sitting here
increased
and
drone
say-
strikes. What are you talking about?
I'm not
You literally
sitting
have done
here-
this entire time.
I'm not sitting here and talking about stuff that I don't know. You sit here, you cite all this stuff. You can't have a piece of data to back anything up. Thank God you're not in Congress, dude.
You won't be either. So
Oh, yeah?
congratulations. I guess we'll both be sitting right there together.
You better
right?
not bet against me, bro.
Okay.
You
What-
better not
who
bet
are you
against
running
me.
against?
Who do you think I'm running against?
I don't know. Who are you running against?
Guess.
Who?
I'm taking Adam Schiff's old seat.
Yeah. Good luck with that. You know what? The last time I checked, Proposition 50 just passed, and Gavin Newsom just drew all of
Oh,
the
so he
Republicans straight out of
supports
office.
authoritarian gerrymandering, folks.
You know what?
He
Because-
supports it.
and
Wow.
Here's
there
why.
you go.
Here's why.
Hates America.
Here's why. Here's why. Here's what it is. It was
You
the
hate
Republicans.
democracy.
Here's why.
You hate our
You
constitutional
don't want to let me
republic.
answer.
That's why you want to
Here's
redraw the
what it
map
is.
so it benefits you.
Here's what it is. The Republicans in Texas redrew the state of Texas to take 5 seats.
And
you
why did that
thought-
happen again?
And you thought,
Do you know
that
about Joe
Democrats
Biden?
were going to
Do
just
you-
sit around
Ah,
and do nothing.
yeah.
So what happened? We drew the Republicans straight out of office.
How about
and it's
how
gonna
about
happen.
you just look at what happened?
And-
You're
and
from
by the way-
Texas. In
and
fact,
by the way-
you're from
by the way,
Texas.
let me ask you this.
No.
Will you
Let me ask you
support-
this.
Will you support
because
Kevin?
you
wait a
got an
second.
absolutely false
Will
point
you
right now.
support
We're
Kevin
just gonna
Kiley?
talk over each other.
Will you support
This
Kevin
is
Kiley?
great.
Will you support Kevin Kiley's bill to ban partisan gerrymandering all across this country?
Before we get to that,
will
of
you
course-
support
of course
Kevin Kiley's bill?
Yes, I will support it.
Then why did
But-
the Republicans in Congress don't? Why don't they?
Well,
support
let me ask you a simple question. You're from
Why did
Texas.
they not vote for the
Let me
For the
ask you a
People
simple
Act?
question.
Why did they not?
Let
vote
me
for the
ask
For
you a
the
simple
People Act
question.
To ban partisan gerrymandering.
Are you gonna let me
back
ask?
Yeah, I don't know what these guys are talking about, but
And are you recording?
Oh, yeah.
You are?
Yep.
I'd like to ask you to stand outside.
Why is that?
I feel uncomfortable. I'm brand new and I don't know what the steps are. Could you please stand outside?
That's a violation of state law.
I'll have the police officer come down. Go ahead and come
Yeah,
out.
if they want to come on over here and talk to me.
Okay, go ahead and come
I'd
out.
rather not.
And are you recording?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, what up, bro? Niggas be thinking we gonna fight and then be mans after. Fuck that. Nigga, after we get it, nigga, I'ma clap you, nigga. Fuck that. Go took the gun.
this is a clown. This is a clown. And it has 0 likes. Yeah, you're a clown. The K slideshow, clown. And I'm putting this on TikTok, you're a clown. And this is why nobody likes New York City. We like Times Square. Niggas, we don't like New York City. Like, y'all weird. You're weird, bro. Like, you don't even realize that you're weird. And that's part of the weirdness. You think that what you just said was valid. If you fight your friend, you're gonna shoot him. And that's why you're wearing that mask, because you know you're a clown. You're a clown.
If your TikTok videos are still stuck at 200.
That's my specialty right there, man. Out of respect, what's your name? William, can I say that Eagles hat real quick, bro? No, I'm doing it as if for my TikTok. I'm
Oh,
recording
no,
on my
he better not
glasses. Can I do a
disrespect the
video?
Eagles.
You never seen me
Oh,
on
man.
TikTok? Look, I'm come over here. I gotta show you this. It's a steam. It's a steam. It's a steam. Let me just show you. It's pretty dope. Have you seen it?
Okay, okay.
I have another question. If Donald Trump went up to your 10-year-old daughter and he said he'd be dating her in 10 years, would you still vote for him?
If he was just joking about it, like, I mean, I would take it as a compliment and be like, yeah, my daughter is beautiful.
This is stressing me out. Man, but I guess it's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing. I think it's a cultural thing. I don't think that's a cultural thing. I mean, but yeah, I can't really. I'm not gonna get into it because that's not the only culture that would be okay with that. But we're not gonna get into that, are we? Yeah, nah, that's a 2-piece.
Your 10-year-old daughter, who's in 5th grade. Dude, I'm sorry. That is so sick for you to say. You just said
Facts.
you would take it as a compliment that your 10-year-old daughter?
If he said, like, you know, she's pretty enough, like,
No,
just saying
if he
as a
said no,
joke,
he
it's
said
just
you'd be
a joke.
dating her in 10.
I think that this guy is just trolling. I mean, maybe that's just me having faith in people, you know. But even if you are trolling, like, you gotta understand that what you say, it means things. Like, words mean things, and even if you are trolling, like, you still should be able to not say certain things. But this is where we are. And it's not, you know, I was talking about freedom of speech, and yeah, cool, but when you're a sicko, you're just a sicko. and maybe just, you know, restrict that discovery a little bit. Like restrict the probability of people discovering how sick you are. Restrict it a little bit. Keep it within your family. You know, like if your family knows you're sick and they still want to be around you, the mother of your child or whatever, that's their prerogative. But you just went on the internet and just said that. So, I mean, good for you. You're a weirdo. Congratulations.
Men can do things that women simply can't.
Can I ask what? What can men do that we can't?
I mean, men build everything. We don't. Men protect us. They fight wars. We don't.
What do they protect us from? Other men?
No, women have always fought in wars. Women have built so many things.
Men protect women from other men. So we do anything in our power to just minimize the position of the man in modern society. Regardless of what a man, what else is he going to protect you from? I mean, of course he can protect you spiritually as well. He can cover you if you believe in that, which I don't even think you do because of how you speak. So what do you expect him to protect you from? A bear? A lion? A tiger? An elephant? A hippopotamus? If a man is a threat to your life and you have a man that's going to protect you, you should be grateful, because without that man, you probably wouldn't be able to protect yourself. Message. I don't even want to finish this, but I will for the sake of the stream.
Yeah. So many things.
But in the world, like the
women
roads,
also weren't allowed
the
to.
buildings, the architecture, men do all of that.
Women
Men
were
are the
also a part of
geniuses.
it, though.
It's way more male geniuses that are female geniuses.
That doesn't answer the question, though. The question was, what can they do, not what have they done?
Well, she's
If it was a can thing, right? Like, what have they done is a testament to what they can do. What have you done? What can you do? Can you do any of these things she's talking about? So it's kind of like you have to just be aware and conscious of who you are. I'm done with this video. These are obviously, this side right here is just, they are part of this agenda that is just here to wipe men out and just make women the main, or just I don't know. It's really weird. It's a weird thing, because if we leave, then what do you have? You came after us. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not an ankh. I believe the book of Genesis is right. And that's that.
Let bygones be bygones. I got shooters, I just buy guns. Dudes are snakes, dog, and wolves don't blend with pythons.
I'm not gonna hold you. Like, yeah, I get it, but I'm good. Rest in peace, though. All that just to lose. All that just to lose. At least you got a touchdown, though, brother. You scored. I think you might have been the only one to score. Good job, brother. Good job. They're gonna trade you, though. She over here looking like a Teletubby. He. This guy, he gets on my nerves, man. I don't like him. They just trying to order food and you come and shake your ass in front of them, and you big, man. You supposed to be like, I don't know, front line or something, man. Like, you supposed to be, you the reason why, you guys like you are the reason why what men have done doesn't matter anymore. Like that other video. It's your fault. I blame you. You're the problem. And I understand people just want to have fun. But this is not that. Like, you're making your entire existence is this. And taking extremely large bites of food and then shaking your ass. I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm gonna end this stream. You guys have been great. I don't even know if anybody. It's been great. Remember, this has been Jafir, but I like to call myself Sote, so you can too. It's Sote_KL on all socials. And remember to join the club. Go get you one of these nice caps of mine. All right, links in my bio. Peace.